welcome to my channel. My name is Mary. Oh my goodness, it has been about 3 weeks. I've been a naughty girl since I last picked up this camera. One of the things I told myself is that this will be me documenting my journey in transforming my life and sharing that out with you so that perhaps you can learn something, which I hope you are. But at the same time, one of the things that I try not to lean into, the energy of just creating a video just for the sake of creating a video, I try to make sure that I'm inspired. And the question that I always ask myself is, what is my intent? What is my intent with this video? How is it serving me? How is it serving you? And I've been feeling a bit funky the last 3 weeks. I feel like it's just been up and down and up and down. But anyway, your girl is here. So anyway, enough of that rumbling. Guys, something good has happened. I think it's good, right? Is it good? Yes, life update. Ta-da! Your girl turned 35. Your baby girl turned 35. I'm still looking fabulous, but guess what? I got my guns out. 35, and I'm the strongest I've ever been. You check this out. Yeah. Anyway, let me just adjust my bra there for a second. It was showing. That looks good. Yeah. Excited to be here. And I was thinking, you know, with turning 35, what would I like to share with you guys? What's happening in my life and what I connected with that I hope will be able to bless you as well is to really share with you 5 great life lessons that I have learned, that I am trying to live by, that is transforming my life and that I truly believe can transform your life into your best life now. So the first life lesson is realizing that whether I believe I can and whether I believe I can't, I am both equally right. So when you say I can't do something and that's not for me, I'm not able to do it, just by saying that, you are actually right. You really can't do it. But if you say, I can do something, then you really can. And so it's how you use the phrase, I can't, I won't, in your life, and I can, I want to, such positive phrases that really impacts your life. So just to be a bit more specific in this, I decided about 8 weeks ago that I was going to try to get my body back to my pre-COVID weight. Initially, between the months of April and I would say July, at some point I just settled. I was like, you know what? This is it. I can't be able to lose the weight. I'm in a different year. I'm much older. Things have changed. And don't get it wrong. That is actually true. But because I had already accepted that, what happens is once you accept something, you don't take any actions towards it because it's like, this is it, I'm okay, and I'm not gonna take any actions. But then I started asking myself, can I really lose weight, feel good, be back to my confident, sexy self? And I was like, I can actually do this. Realized it is only once I believed and I said and I claimed that I can, that I said to think out of the box and do something. And so the main concept here is really understanding when you say you can and when you say you can't, you are both equally right. I can't be debt free. Yes, you cannot be debt free because you will not think about steps to be debt free. I can't lose weight. Of course, you can lose weight. You ain't taking any steps to lose weight. Hello. But when you say, I can lose weight, I can be debt free, then now you start asking yourself, this is the amount of income I have, what are the additional sources of income I can pursue, how do I start limiting some of the unnecessary things that I can sacrifice for later? And that is the power of I can and I can't. And so be very conscious anytime you say the word I can't do something. I want you to be very clear and know that you have already manifested it in your life that you cannot do that. And so what are you calling out? I am calling out that I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm calling out that I am going to live a beautiful, abundant life. I am calling out love into my life. I am calling out peace, joy, prosperity, health, success. And I can achieve those things. So the second life lesson that I am trying to live by is the understanding that life will either happen to you or from you. Which is it? When I say it will happen to you, it's just you sit back, relax. When I lose my job, then I'll figure something out there. When 2 years from now, we'll figure it out then. So that there, life is just happening to you. But if you decide and you consciously decide that you want to design your life, it will also happen from you, because you can say 2 years from now, I want to live in a different state and I want to be debt free. Then you will take the steps that will get you there. And so really understanding the power that you have and the control that you have over your life. No one's coming to save you. Knock, knock. No one's coming to save you. No one is coming to get you out of debt. No one is coming to make you healthy. No one is coming to motivate you to get out of bed and stop being lazy. You are gonna have to do the work. And understanding that you can consciously design your life, that you are the master creator of your life, will allow you to start building a vision and asking yourself, 2 years from now, where do I want to be? What does that look like? And so taking the step back and really creating a vision for your life so that life happens from you is very important. Otherwise, life will always happen to you until you're 60, until you're dead. So what are you choosing? So the third lesson is actually my favorite. And I think it's the one that I have adopted for the longest period of time. The practice of being still will give you balance, peace, and clarity in your life. What I've come to realize, anytime I'm feeling anxious, anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I just keep on going, like I wake up, I go to work, I come back home, I sleep, I wake up, that anxiousness, that worry, that concern, it never goes away. But why? Because you've never taken the time to think about it, to ask yourself, okay, what is going on? How do I feel? What can I do about it? And so you just wake up every single day and it weighs on you. And also what I've come to realize in my life is when I was trying to figure out why I want to change my life, how I want to change my life, what I needed to do, it had been weighing on me for some time. But the moment I sat still, the moment I became still, I found clarity on who I am. If you haven't checked my previous video, I found clarity on what I want. And just being able to realize that 1 hour of being still gave me that much clarity and balance is what I believe that many people miss. We know things are not going well in our lives, whether it's in our relationship, whether it's in our career. But guess what? You know that, but you don't want to sit down and then think about, okay, what options or what steps do I have? And you're thinking someone's going to do that for you? No, no one's going to save you but you. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. But anyway, if you're able to sit still, and sitting still doesn't mean taking a whole day. Sitting still even just requires you to take 30 minutes of your time and ask yourself, what should I do? What do I want? How do I feel? Just sitting still and asking those questions and connecting with your inner self, with your soul, with your true being, you will find clarity, peace, and balance. And that's why you hear those people who everything happens around them, but they are very centered because they have mastered the art of being still to consciously create what is going on in their lives by understanding what is going on within them. From that, I've been able to decide, you know what, I'm not happy where I am, let me change my job. You know what, I'm not happy with who I am becoming, let me change that. But that only came from a moment of stillness. Little secret. You see that thing that's worrying you? You see how you're feeling? You see how you've been feeling? You see how you're feeling anxious and overwhelmed? You just need to sit down for 30 minutes, turn your phone off, sit still, and you will find the answers of what should I do? But not if you're not sitting still. That's my third life lesson. So the fourth lesson I want to share with you, this is by far the favorite one. Fear is here to serve you. Fear is a good thing. Not even good, it's a great thing. Yeah, I know you're probably wondering, no, it's giving me sleepless nights, it's leaving me anxious, it's leaving me... Yeah, that's what I thought too, until I realized that fear actually serves me. Fear actually gives me a better life, helps me to become a better person. Now I wanna break this down for you so you get the perspective. We all have had incidences in our life where we've been fearful. What happens is when we get fear, we turn the other side. But what we don't realize is if we didn't turn our eye on fear and we went through fear, when you go through fear, what happens? Growth. So anytime you feel fear, it's your point of growth. But the thing is, what happens is we feel fearful and then what do? We turn. Fear is coming, we turn. I'm not gonna go this way, I'm gonna go that way because I wanna run away from fear. So anytime you feel fearful, if you can consciously stop for a second and ask yourself, fear, what is your message to me? What are you trying to tell me? If you can sit still and connect with your fear, you'll realize fear is calling you on the other side. It is telling you, come, let's grow, come, let's become. And by doing that, you always realize fear is leading you to a point of growth. And that is just a shift of perspective. Isn't that something? I have learned the practice of asking myself, what is fear telling me? Some nights I'm anxious about something and I'm turning and I'm tossing and I realize, I'm so fearful about this thing. And I realize, but Mary, you're anxious. Fear is just telling you, create a plan. Fear is telling you, you want to transform your life, create a plan to transform your life. And I realize, oh, guess what? Fear is trying to get me to where I want to be. And if you can start approaching fear by realizing that fear is actually serving you, let me tell you, you're about to grow, you're about to become better, you're about to live your best life now. So that is one of the best lessons that I recently just learned that I'm excited to share with you. Last but not least, this one is a sweet one. This is a sweet and spicy one because I think the acceptance of this life lesson can be a source of peace, a very peaceful life, a very peaceful being. And that is the ability to overpower your ego. Yes, our ego. I'm always right. It's my way. Do it the way I want. That's our ego. I have had a fallout with a family member that happened about 3 years ago. And quite honestly, it's really a different of perspective, but deep down I'd be like, I know I'm right. However, I realized that we would never speak unless one of us was willing to put aside their ego and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. The idea, the ability to say, please forgive me, I am sorry, is not for the faint-hearted. It is for someone who is consciously choosing to rise above the ego. And what I noticed is 3 years later, realizing that I didn't want to be in this world today, in this journey of transformation, not being at peace with anyone and reaching out and saying, please forgive me. And the person actually reaching out right away and saying, please forgive me as well. Within a fraction of 3 minutes, beef that had existed for over 3 years was quashed. but it had to take that conscious decision to fight against the ego. You look around you and you see your friend who's doing something not the way that you're doing. You're like, oh, you're not doing this like me, so guess what? It is your way or the highway. Two very different people can coexist if we allow each other to be. If we do not perceive that our way, that our ego makes us think that we are always right. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that you agree with the other person or that you have to conform with what the other person or someone else is doing. It is just the acceptance that they can do something the way they're doing it and it is okay. And they can have a different opinion from yours and it is okay. That you both can coexist. That you don't have to lose sleep and have things done your way, said your way, and that it's okay. And being able to consciously realize that you are operating from your ego in any situation and overpowering it and realizing I'm not reaching out because they have not reached out and no, they have to be the ones to reach out. When you realize that it is your ego, if you can overpower it by consciously choosing to step away from your ego, to fight your ego so that you are not doing any action from it, that's a peaceful life. I will say, I don't believe that I'm truly there. But what I have learned is because that is a desire that I have, I am consciously aware when I'm operating from the ego. May not necessarily be right away. It may take some time, but it's like a battle. I'm always like, oh yeah. But in the end, when it is very clear, when I have sat still, when I have connected and really realized that this is my ego, being able to back out of it and take an action that I would not necessarily prefer to do so, that has brought about a lot of peace, and that can give us a lot of peace to live with people in peace and not judge them and exist with them in a manner that creates harmony. Hey guys, there you have it. I really wanted to share with you guys the 5 great life lessons that I'm living by, and hopefully it stirs up a thought in your mind and you can reflect on those areas that I mentioned. And if there's any that connects with you, I think try it out in your life and see whether it will transform your life by creating a shift within you that leads you to a path of your best life now. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you can hit the subscribe button. I'd love to hear from you. What are your 5 lessons? Share with me as well. I am a student of the world. Until next video, thank you.